In today's video, I want to take you through how I'm able to generate millions of dollars in profitable online sales using the power of Google Ads. I'll even take you through the metrics of a multi-million dollar Shopify Dropshipping Store and one of my Google Ad accounts that match it. This store in particular, guys, has a monster AOV and a 13.7x ROAS. The most impressive part is that it's an Australia-only focused store. I'm doing this in the hope that I can inspire at least one of you to work towards building a profitable online business and eventually leave the 9-to-5 grind like I was able to about 4 years ago. I'll show you how I find 6, 7, and even 8-figure product niches to sell in, and then the strategies I use to market these products profitably. So these are strategies that people pay my agency and myself thousands of dollars to find out, and I'm going to be giving you a sneak peek into it totally for free. So prepare to find out the easiest way to get super profitable sales through Google Ads day in, day out. So these strategies that I'm going to show you guys, they're going to work regardless of whether you're dropshipping, wholesaling, running your own e-commerce store, or if you're running ads for other people through an agency or as a freelancer. So it's going to cover all of these areas and you'll be able to apply them. So guys, before we actually get into today's content, make sure you smash that thumbs up button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're the first to know when my new content is out. Also, if you want to learn more about running Google Ads for e-commerce, sign up for my course waiting list. It's an update on the previous course. I'll leave the link below. So guys, now I'm actually going to take you through into my screen and I'll go through some of the Shopify analytics just so you understand that this is legitimate. I'm not making this up and to give you confidence that these strategies will actually work. After that, I'll actually go into the Google Ad account and some other things such as the Facebook account. Okay, so let's jump into the screen. Okay guys, so I've just jumped into the Shopify dashboard, and what I've done is I've actually shown you when I took over this account, and basically we took over the account right back here, 1st of January 2020, where they were doing roughly, what's this? Let's scroll down a bit. Roughly 69K in the month, and we've just hit 500 this month, and it actually hasn't even finished, so we're continuing to scale. As you can see guys, it's not always a straight line up, right, to get to 5.6 million. Just remember that's Australian dollars as well, and it's, you know, we're almost 6xing what this account used to do, and I'm actually running both the Google and the Facebook ads for this business, and I help with a bunch of things like even like product selection, brand selection, and what we're going to promote as well, because my background actually is as a product buyer as well. So I used to range products at BCF and Raise Outdoors, which are kind of like the Bass Pro of Australia. So as you can see, there's up and down months, guys. It's not always straight up, you know, to 6-7 figure months. It can go from, you know, 69 and drop back, and then we get a good period there, then we're kind of flat, and then we get a big burst. It's not always steady and always going up. There's peaks and troughs in this business, and you learn and you adapt and you make changes. So as you can see, we've had over 1.8 million visitors here. We've got a decent return rate, which, you know, we're trying to improve and is definitely improving here at 13.27, and we're doing that through also things like email marketing, greater retargeting, and then also constantly updating the website to look fresh, have new brands come in. These are the sort of things you need to do to get people to keep coming. And here, you know, the average order value is 483, but that's kind of climbing, and this month it's sitting at 824. And obviously a big part of the reason is not actually our conversion rate has actually gone down because it's such high ticket products. It's such a low conversion rate, but we're still actually really profitable because of this great average order value. But that just tells us that there's even more opportunity there. So also, you know, we have processed a lot of orders, but it's much easier to process a few orders with this average order value than, you know, say it was $40 and we have to add a zero here, it's 130,000 orders, you know what I mean? So it's much easier to process high ticket products, and that's why I kind of always promote that. So as you can see, I'm not lying to you, this is the account, and obviously, you know, it's not all me that has done this. A lot of it is the team that are involved here as well, but this is how you are able to actually, you can see you can hit these kind of figures. It's not a magical dream, and there's people out there doing it. There's nothing that special about them, but they've stuck to it for a long time, and they've brought experts on board to assist them with that. So what I'll do now is I'll actually jump into the Google ad account as well, and then into the Facebook ad account. Okay guys, so I've actually jumped into the Google ad account now, and I've gone for the same period. And as you can see, 3.1 million, which it's probably actually higher. It's probably closer to 3.5 or 4 has come directly from Google ads. And we've spent 221 grand for that. 14.08 ROAS. It's actually a little bit higher than what I said. I said 13.7. Our cost per conversion is 38.19. Now, a lot of people are going to say that's a high cost per conversion, but our average order value is 480, and this month it's actually 800 and something. So we're still highly profitable with these ads, and the reason being is, one, we're selling branded products. Two, that the average order value is quite high, and we've actually been able to get really good terms with suppliers because, well, as you're selling more and more, you're able to get better pricing from people, and so your margins continue to improve. So I'll jump in and I'll actually show you the campaigns, and as you can see, it is the world's simplest setup. And this is what I'm getting at, is most of the time it's actually not the ads, it's often other things that you might think it's the ads. And this here, guys, is because we actually pause a lot of the campaigns. That's why you see a big spike. And what I've done is I've actually completely changed it. I actually only had one smart shopping campaign, and now I've split it into the top 20 brands, and then the rest of the brands, and then a branded search. In the past, we have tried text ads for this business. They have done terribly. So we're just sticking to shopping, sticking to what's working. And as you can see, you don't have to overcomplicate things. We do periodic sales. And as you can see, these campaigns are actually brand new. They're less than 30 days old. The total enabled campaigns, we're getting a $13 cost per conversion. As I said, they're pretty new, and a 38.74 return on ad spend. A lot of that is the branded search campaign, guys. So all our Facebook advertising and Google advertising drive branded search searches, and then also organic searches, and then they convert through that. So whenever you're seeing huge numbers, guys, just keep in mind that a big portion of that will be people's branded search campaigns. And then on top of this, guys, we've got, so the top 20 brands are giving us a 16.82 return on ad spend, and the rest of the brands are 12.51. So we have obviously had other campaigns to hit this figure here, and most of it was actually just that one smart shopping campaign. So the reason we paused it was we needed to completely change what we were doing, focus more where the dollars mattered, and also we've now actually done a lot more Facebook advertising. I'll quickly jump into the account. It's not overly complicated. We have a remarketing campaign, which is this one here. This is just the last 14 days. I might go the last 30. So we do periodic sales here, and we do a little bit of engagement too, which is we've got one engagement ad, but we're actually getting a 4.43x there. But we're really doing that to increase our brand exposure, and actually if you just stick to conversion ads, it's at some point you're going to max out what's going on. And currently we're doing a sale, which is why our ROAS is quite high. So you're seeing 36, 25, 31, 10.55. So 10.55, that's our sale. The engagement ad is getting a 9.88, and also, this DPA ad here is getting a 36x ROAS, so that's our retargeting. And then we've got some cold DPA ads, and then a brand-specific remarketing, which works really well. So as you can see, guys, there's no bullshit here. I'm going to now go and take you through how I do product research, how I market, and things like that. So just so you're then able to take some learnings from this, understand that I'm not here to lie to anyone, to bullshit to anyone. I'm trying to help you here and really simplify things, because it doesn't have to be super complicated. People just complicate things. Okay, now that you've seen that obviously what I showed you is true, I want to dispel some more myths. So first things first, there are some myths out there, guys, that I just want to cover off, right? So most people think you can only make a big selling in the USA, but the store I just showed you was Australia only. So don't be scared to get out there and sell in other countries, because especially your own country, you know it well, you can make good deals with people. So it's always smart to actually start there as well. The USA is great, but your own country is not somewhere that you should avoid. So dropshipping's dead. I just showed you that store. It's a dropshipping store entirely. You need to sell hot or trending products. Not a single one of those products in that store were hot or trending. It's going to give your business a really short lifespan. Same with finding one winning product or things like that. So you don't need money to dropship though, is a lie, because obviously I just showed you $220,000 went to advertising and hundreds of thousands went to product cost as well. So the quickest way to actually get started, guys, and this is the easiest way I think for beginners, regardless of the budget, is to solve a specific product or cater to a broad niche. They're the two ways. Ideally, you want something where people are going to keep coming back to the store. So something like a highly involved hobby. Think golf, think cars, think trucks, think hunting, things like that. And you need to have, I'll give you another video in the future of how to find a solution, but I'm now going to get into some product and niche research. And I'll actually do that within Google and stuff like that. Okay, so as I said, we want to focus on solving problems. I know what you're going to say, oh, it's too hard. I don't know what to find. You need to put in a lot of research, so don't be lazy. This isn't easy, but if you put in the work, you're going to find products to sell. Okay, guys, so the first thing, so I'm just in my notes here. I want you to go to Google and start typing, do the research and make a list of problems and then find solutions for them. So some examples of this can include, how to get a tan at home, how to reduce bags under my eyes, how to tone my thighs, how to reduce cellulite. Thinking of solutions like that, because if you have products there and they contain some keywords that are in this phrase, you're going to be able to, and also Google knows what your product is pretty quickly. When you find those solutions to problems, it makes it a lot easier to actually get started, and you only need a few of these products here to then go, okay, I can build a whole store around this and a whole business. So, how to get a tan at home, if I chuck this into Google, I'm going to get products here, right? Have a look here. So straight away, you get a product idea, and especially something that you could private label in the future too, because obviously, this product is $429 here. They're probably buying it for $100. You know what I mean? And because they've branded it, I'm sure you can find this product here somewhere, or even on Alibaba, AliExpress, or any of the other suppliers, which, to be honest, guys, I don't recommend focusing just on them. Finding your own supplier who can go and find you products is the key to that. And I've got tons of content on this channel to show you how to do that. But straight away, start finding problems like this. Look, how to get a tan fast without sun. And you can get even more niche and go, how to get a tan with fair skin. You're going to get other products coming up now, right? And if we go tan accelerator for fair skin, go into shopping, you're going to see all different types of products here. So as you can see, tons of different product ideas. Let's try another one. How to tone my thighs. Let's see what comes up. And guys, I'm just trying to give you an idea as to, I'm not saying necessarily these are the products to sell, but this gives you an idea, right? Look at this. So straight away you go a thigh and arm toner. There's tons of different things here, and it's actually, all of these things are linked to problems. And this is what I'm saying. It's not like you want to necessarily find individual products, because if you find solutions, you're going to be able to find 10, 15 different products that are similar to sell to people, right? As you can see, there's all different types of stores here selling these things. So it's all about actually getting into Google, doing some research, because if you're selling on Google, do your research on Google. You don't have to find trendy little products to sell on here. People are buying absolutely everything. The other thing you can kind of do is home remedy for, and it's going to give you all different things here. Broken tooth, constipation, bad smell, all sorts of things, right? But if you just start using these phrases and starting to think, okay, these are all problems. Can I solve them? And some of them might be funny, but it actually is a way to find products, right? So from here, trying to unblock a pipe, trying to lose weight, chuck them into Google, see what comes up. Neck pain solutions, right? So things could be like a pillow or a brace. So let's go neck pain solutions. And obviously, guys, the bigger the problem, the bigger your market, and the bigger your market, the more your potential scalability, right? So tons of different products here that assist with necks, and people are willing to buy things for this because it's a big problem and it's annoying, right? That's the sort of things you need to look for. So from here, guys, the more you do this, obviously start making a list, and this website here actually is quite good to start finding different little ideas, uncommon goods. There's tons of different problem-solving solutions here. So you see problem-solving products. It's just to give you an idea of, can you develop your own product? Can you find something that will sell on Google Shopping? So the more you do this, guys, the better you're going to get at it. And you can go create a list of this and start going and adding the search volume numbers from the keyword planner. So if you go into your Google Ad account, go to the keyword planner and start building out and going, okay, I'm going to target this. It's a big market. From here, we want to build like a really nicely beautiful branded Shopify store, because some of the stores I see that people link me, those days are completely dead where you can just get away with doing those, guys. You need to have a nice store. It needs to change over time because you want to encourage people to come back. So having new pictures, new imagery, blog posts, email, and all sorts of stuff to kind of encourage people to keep coming back. Obviously from here, you're going to have to source these products. So I'll leave some links below in product sourcing, but you can definitely start on somewhere like an AliExpress or Alibaba, but you really want to have your own supplier for these because it's just not a good way to build a long-term business. And ideally, you want to find products in your own country, and ideally you want them to be high ticket. So obviously not all of those are high ticket, but there's plenty of high ticket niches, and I've got a high ticket video that I recently did, and I'll leave that here as well. So eventually you're going to want to brand these products, guys, and that's why I'm saying find your own supplier. So this means a logo on the product at the very least and custom packaging. So, and if you do all these things, guys, it's going to give you the absolute best chance at succeeding. The other option is you can go a general store route, which is the one I just showed you. The reason I showed you this other method is to get started. It's much easier to do that because the store I just showed you, that involved calling hundreds of different suppliers and then building that relationship to kind of go, okay, will you allow us to one, sell your products, and two, actually provide drop shipping to us. So there's heaps of people, but it actually does take a lot of work. And yeah, I did a video earlier showing you some really great high ticket ideas, which I'll leave, as I said, the link below. So the setup I normally use, guys, is pretty straightforward. For most businesses, I'll set up a Google shopping campaign. Standard or smart, the choice is totally yours. I normally go standard with most stores. This one I didn't because it's got a huge product catalog. It's got 40, 50,000 products, and I just don't want to manage that granularly. And then I'll implement some SKAGs, so single keyword ad groups. And then I'll also add in some DPA remarketing, so dynamic product catalog ads, remarketing on Facebook works really, really well with Google. So you're going to be retargeting that traffic that's come through your Google ads and organically, and then they get a Facebook ad on Instagram and Messenger and WhatsApp and all those different places. So the way to think about Google is we're casting a really wide net, and then we're dialing in over time as to what is working. Day to day, guys, the metrics you really want to focus on are obviously your conversion rate and your cost per conversion. So if you're not profitable, don't expect to be profitable from the get-go always. It sometimes takes time to dial into what's working, but the best thing you can actually do is optimize your ads. And I'll leave you my really big optimization video that you can go through. So once you're up and running, optimizing these ads is the best way to kind of start going about scaling. Because once your ads keep improving, things like click-through rate are great, but you want your cost per conversion, how much money you're actually making, so your conversion value, and how much are you spending. They're the really important ones. Improving things like click-through rate and whatnot are nice, and they do improve your ads, but it's not the be-all end-all. So now, once you move into the scaling phase, so you're going to want to be optimizing, but you need to be able to get new and existing customers to buy more items. So the way you hit, millions of dollars is you need those existing customers to keep buying more things from you and spending more money over time with you. So you can do this by finding complementary products in your niche or things that are similar, because it's very, very, very easy to then market to those people and they'll keep buying those things with them. So as I said, you want it to complement what you're doing, because this is how you're going to increase your average order value, which means that for every dollar you spend on ads, you're going to actually get more back because your average order value is higher. Keep giving people reasons to come back through things like email marketing, SMS marketing, useful blogs and content. Adding new products is actually surprisingly a great way, especially new brands. Then branch into other areas of advertising: Pinterest, Bing, TikTok, which is, TikTok has gotten really, really big with ads, especially in the e-commerce scene, Snapchat. And then you want to start building brand awareness, because if you don't build brand awareness, you need more top of funnel customers, because over time you're going to saturate your existing clientele, and you need to keep filling that pipeline. And obviously SEO and organic is another great way. So guys, I know this was a lot of content, but I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you do want to learn more about it, please go through all the links I've left below and my channel. And I hope you've learned something. And if you have enjoyed it, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much, guys, and see you in the next one.